Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna do.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Tuesday, September 20th, 2016, 3:30 p.m. It's time for the Council on Aging meeting. The first order of business is the I Pledge Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all.
Okay, B, would you like to read the minutes?
Whatever you want me to do.
No.
Oops. Minutes of meeting on Tuesday, June 21st, 2016. Open meeting, Pledge of Allegiance attendance. Chair Alice Langlois opened the meeting at 3:30 p.m. First order of business was the Pledge of Allegiance. Attendance were taken by Mr. Doria. Present were Alice Langlois, Beatrice Bouvier, Emma Cody, Josephine Boterio, Jim Doria, and Catherine DeRozier. Member Walter Spenikowski was absent. Town Administrator Greg Palankonis and COA Secretary Joan Godicki were in attendance, as was Sarah Nelson, appointed as a COA member by the Selectmen on FY 217. Mrs. Bouvier read the minutes for the audience. Mrs. Cody made a motion to accept the minutes as read. Mr. Dorio seconded, unanimous 6-0 vote. Mrs. Langlois announced that Emma Cody and Joe Boterio's appointments expire on June 30th. Mrs. Boterio and a new member, Sharon Nelson, were appointed by the BOS at its meeting last night, June 20th, 2016. Mrs. Cody did not wish to be reappointed. Mrs. Langlois and the Board of thanks Mrs. Cody for all she has done for the last 15 years for the COA. Dog licensing fee waived for 1 or 2 dogs for residents 70 years of age and older. Ms. Langlois explained that this was something that Mrs. Spenikowski brought up. It was forwarded to the Board of Selectmen and was approved by residents at the annual town meeting in May. Mr. Balakonis added that this will be effective as of January 1st, 2017, and the bylaws need to be approved through the Attorney General's office. Correspondence, Memory Cafe opening June 21st, 16, to be discussed during the coordinator's report. Mrs. DeRozier read the report. A grant of $7,500 was received for the startup of a memorial cafe for those whose memory challenges and their caretakers. This program will run on the third Tuesday of the month for 1 year until June 30th, 2017, to give those affected a chance to have a date night and have some fun. Grand opening is Thursday, July 21st from 4 to 6 p.m. If you'd like to volunteer, please contact COA Coordinator Margaret Boussier. Mr. Drury made a motion to accept it the way it was read. Mrs. Cody seconded, unanimous 6-0 vote. There is no COA meeting in July or August. Ms. Langlois informed the public that the Sheriff's annual senior picnic will be held on Saturday, August 20th at the SAC Park in Shrewsbury from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is a fun day with complimentary lunch, bingo, and raffle sponsored by the Worcester County Sheriff's Association. Mr. Balakonis announced that the contract is signed for the automatic door openers for Town Hall, and the work will begin in 2 weeks. Mrs. Bouvier inquired about Mr. Drury speaking to the priest at St. Andrew Babola Church about the bingo board. Mr. Drury replied that the priest has not yet made up his mind, but he will follow through. Mrs. Cody asked about reorganization of the board. Mr. Balakonis noted that it may be done at any posted meeting. So if you want to do it in September, just put it on the agenda, or you can just remain status quo. The next meeting of the Council of Aging will be Tuesday, September 20th, 2016 at 3:30 p.m. in the Dudley Municipal Complex Veterans Memorial Hall, room 321A. Mr. Dorio made a motion to adjourn. Mrs. DeRozier second No vote was taken. Meeting adjourned at 3:45.
Madam Chairman,
we'll-
we didn't take a roll call.
No, I know.
I know we did.
Well, let's vote on this
Well,
first.
we could do it now, anyway.
Well, let's vote on this
Hold on,
first.
let's vote on it.
Will someone make a motion
I make a motion
to
that
accept the minutes as read?
I make a motion to accept the way the minutes was read.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Jim, would you like to take
All right.
a roll call?
Sorry about that, so.
No.
Okay, we give Alice,
Present?
Beatricia, Josephine,
Wait a
not
minute.
here.
B? Present.
Yeah, this is a Beatricia, this B.
You gotta say
Why don't you
present.
Yes,
put
I
a
didn't
B,
hear him.
you know, make it a little easy for me, okay? Pellegrino's here, Walter's here, Katerina's here.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, is Sharon Nelson
No,
the
she,
new person on the board? So there are two members that are not here at this
Mhm.
point?
Mhm.
right.
Two. Okay, I'm just trying to get the names squared
There's
away.
one, Sharon. We'll
Nelson?
Yeah, well, will be noted at the next meeting that she had to resign.
Oh, she was just appointed?
Yes,
Mhm.
okay, we'll talk about that next month.
Okay.
Okay, appointments and resignations, there are none. Reorganization, okay, we have to nominate someone for the chair.
I nominate Alice.
Anyone want a second, or?
What's the motion?
I nominated Alice.
No, we didn't hear that, what happened?
I just said it, Jim.
No, if you are here, but it says second at first, I don't understand.
No, nobody seconded.
Oh, okay.
Second the motion, then. If nobody seconded
There's
it,
a
I'll
second
second the
motion.
motion.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, I guess I will accept the nomination. Okay, now we need to nominate for vice chair.
I nominated the B for the vice chair. Leave it the way the things are.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I
Nominate
said
for
someone
chair,
nominated for-
co-chair.
The co-chair.
Did we have a
If
co-chair
a B
before?
don't
No,
want to
B's
be, then
co-chair.
it's different. She's a
Okay.
co-chair.
I didn't know we had a
Vice
co-chair.
Oh, yes.
Vice chair.
Yes,
First secretary.
yeah.
The vice chair.
Okay, is there a, okay, so is there, anyone second it?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Talking about
the automatic door openers, they've been installed and are working properly. So that's a good thing that the COA has put into effect. Any comments or anything on
In
that?
that regard, it seems to me at one of the meetings that Greg was here,
Mhm.
that he talked about having the people from Nichols down here.
I know, I haven't
Well,
heard anything about that.
He says,
I-
he told me soon as they have everything installed, then maybe they're gonna get everything together.
Well, it's
And have a
been
grand
working for a
opening.
while.
Yeah, the grand open.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess we'd
I'm
have to
sure-
talk to Greg
Yeah, yeah.
about that,
yeah.
right? Okay.
I didn't know what the timing was on it, and
Yeah.
I think that should be recognition to the Council
know,
on
I
Aging
know.
for that
Yeah,
kind of an
yeah.
effort,
Right,
you know?
right, okay, so
But
we'll,
also I wanna say something out, the Shepherd Hill, you know, that I want to, mention that thank you for all the help they give us.
Nichols.
No, Nichols, sorry about me. Nichols, all the help they give us, I'd like to thank you. And also, I'd like to see something in the paper to say, a thank you to
To recognize
Nichols,
them.
to recognize all the things they did, and
Yeah.
also appreciate Greg to go and get this loan for us, and not loan, but I mean, for the chair, so.
It's a gift,
I
yeah.
think we should have something done, because they were very nice, they give us a lot of money, you know.
Yeah,
to-
well, the
to-
COA did send a letter, but,
Yeah, but the letter's
I know.
one thing, I
Yeah, I know.
wanted to be in the paper to, that's, they need advertising to let them know what the,
They've
you know,
done.
They're doing it for us, or for anybody else, you know. for
Isn't
us,
this
it's
part
good.
of the effort for them to be down here to take pictures and everything?
Right,
Isn't that
right, that's
what was intended?
Yeah, we're gonna do that, we're gonna go, grand openings are gonna be.
Okay, is this an addition to it, or is it going to be that? I'm not sure
No,
what.
the addition is gonna be a grand open, this is just, put something in the paper, I think that should have been done before, to say thank you for all the things, but then we should have the grand open whenever Greg has the time, or the administrator of the, sometime, getting old, I forget.
Is it Greg that's supposed to do the follow-up?
Well, Greg, I think Greg is doing that. He said to me, he says, as soon as they're having the door open
Well, we have to,
and everything, so we can talk to Greg
Yeah, we
and
can
see
talk
what's
to
gonna
Greg
happen. I'm
about
sure this
that.
is gonna happen. We wanted them
It should be done before
appreciate
November 8th, before the
And recognize
election.
what they're doing for us or for anybody else, because they do give
I
a lot
thought it
of
would
money.
be all wrapped up in one. I
But
mean,
It should
we are
be.
all together. We are all together because we don't want to start everything. If it wasn't
Okay.
for us, we probably would never,
Yeah.
to tell Greg what
Happen.
we want, it would never happen,
Right.
so.
Okay. Next is the traffic light or flashing light sign as we exit the Dudley complex.
Dudley Complex, yes.
So,
It isn't only the Dudley complex. I think they really need a light that's telling you you're going
yeah,
in
that's what I
there,
just
yeah.
said.
Right.
But they also need one at the bottom of this hill.
Mm.
And
Where
my-
hill? Down there?
Yeah,
Not on
oh,
this
yeah,
side.
that's,
No,
that's dangerous.
Brandon Road?
It is dangerous when you're going,
The back way?
Over here is the one.
oh, the back way, I'm listening.
I think the most
You go
important
down
thing
West
right
Main Street,
now,
there should be a light telling you
B.
can go left or right. That car's coming this way, and you're here going this way, you know what, that's a
Well-
big sign for a big accident.
let's just
Yeah, okay, I know
start
what you're
with
saying.
doing,
Let's just
All
do
right.
start with doing
If you
down
want
here
the lights
One
first.
at a
there,
time. Let's just do one at a
My daughter
time.
was a civil engineer, and she's got the information for the state of Massachusetts, for the Department of Transportation. Those are the ones that put in the light, and I can get it for her to help you.
Okay.
She has the people that work,
What kind of light are we talking about?
that light your lights.
Yeah.
That you want.
Well, yeah, we have to decide if we want a caution light, a stop light,
No, it's gonna be a caution light.
caution light.
It's gonna be a
Maybe with
caution light.
signs saying reduce speed,
Yeah.
20 miles per hour, because people are exiting.
So
how do we get
A
started?
caution light is, when a car crosses over this line, automatically turns to red. But it's be caution all the time to make
Be
sure.
yellow, be
that
yellow.
though-
Yellow
all the
is a
time,
caution
like the fire
That's
station
bad where
has.
you live.
When you cross, because see, the fire station is different, because they have a button they can put on and the thing goes red.
Yeah.
But we don't have the button. So it's gonna be something in the ground or something, a motion,
Yeah,
that when the
right.
car hits a certain thing, it should be go red. I think we really need that, because, Walter, a lot of time it takes you maybe 8, 9, 10 cars or more. The police, they don't need anything, because they put their light on, everybody stops.
No,
But a lot of the people,
the point being, Jim, is I live up off of West Main Street, okay? So I know what the traffic is on West Main Street.
right.
It's horrible to start off with, okay? Not unlike, I wait sometimes at the corner of West Main and Dudley Hill Road for 10 minutes before I can get out of that street,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Now, I think here is probably a little bit different because the traffic is already moving, okay? Whereas there, you got the traffic going into Southbridge and you're coming and from the opposite end, and it's just unbelievable. But you can't put a sign up everywhere. Now, there are times where I perfectly honest, I think it's needed there,
Yes.
okay? But in my mind, it's not something that should be there all the time, because in most cases, people are just going by and there is no traffic come out of there. I don't know whether it would be activated by traffic coming out of here, but like during an
But
election
you gotta
time,
remember, we have,
only-
we
only
have
it's
this.
detoured to the other side.
right, I understand that, but you see, they only be so many minutes, and then the light changes the other way again, so the other people gotta wait until.
You got the dealership there too,
know,
and that's bad.
It's like the fire department they got, sooner they go through and stuff like that, then the thing goes off again.
Perfectly honest, that
Well, I
one
know,
for.
it's up to you guys, we vote on it, see what happens, I don't know.
I
it's
agree
up
with you,
to
Jim, I
everybody.
do.
Huh?
With you, and I agree with the bottom of the hill, they should be
Well,
fixed, both
we're
of
gonna
them.
do one thing at a time, because, you know, this is.
No, but if you go to the department, the State
I-
Department of Transportation,
I don't think, I don't
both of
think,
them. I've been screaming about that light at the bottom of this hill for years.
we've been to do a lot, and we've been getting a lot so far, you know, I think, you know, so let's take it easy, because the town don't have a lot of money and stuff they're trying
Yeah.
to,
I'd
all
just
of a
like-
sudden
I'm gonna
to
talk
do.
to Cindy
Except
tonight.
if we,
Excuse me for a second, just for a second. I'd just like to remind everyone, this is the Council on Aging. Okay, what we're supposed to be doing is advocating for the elder population. That, to me, is something for everybody, for the town.
No, it's because of the elderly people live there.
No, it's gonna be for everybody. It's not gonna be
know.
for just elderly people.
Well, it will, because who lives there?
No, it would be for everybody.
Everybody.
yeah,
Everyone.
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
but
you
we
know-
have a lot of people that are on the, that play, what,
The playground?
a pitch, no,
Oh,
Tuesday.
pitch,
Yeah.
and two that have a hard time getting out of
Yeah,
here, like
when-
today.
Yeah.
So we need some kind of, not just them, but
You kn-
people who
you
come
know-
to vote.
There's not people there all the time, it's just only certain times.
Yeah.
Because today they said. they
That
had
was just like the
18
door openers,
people,
it's for
and they all
everybody,
waiting
for
in
everyone.
one after
Yeah,
the other to
that-
get
that-
out.
Unless you
That
got to
is
get
for
the name
everybody.
from her.
June says something, you know.
Well, if people,
You're really-
But
if
if
people
you-
are crossing on that crosswalk, maybe there should be a light installed that when they're trying to cross, you press the button and there's something up above that flashes.
Well,
I
maybe
mean, because
that's
you
a
can
good
see it
idea
from way
too.
up there.
Saying
You- you
caution,
almost-
But
I
now,
mean-
but now you need a pole, you need the things with the
Well,
button.
how
and
do
the
we
things to be
find- how do
moving.
we go about
Well, we
finding
gotta-
all this
We're
out?
gonna talk to Greg.
We're
will
gonna talk to
go
Greg
and he will
And
find
see what
out.
ideas he has. If he would have been, he had a meeting and
We gotta
couldn't
remember,
be here today.
we gotta remember the town don't have a lot of money, the
But
town
we'll
is,
try,
you know,
well,
so.
we'll see.
Well,
Let's
would the
not
town
push
be
it.
paying for that?
Let's not push it.
Yeah.
Well, no.
No.
Well, the
Well,
town,
who
I
would?
don't know, maybe we will, I don't know.
The highway department.
But that's another state highway.
Well, you know,
not
that's
a-
just like that light up at where the Cumberland Farms is. When I first moved up to Joshua Place, I used to try crossing that road. That was horrendous.
Oh,
I
yeah,
talked to the
still
police
is.
about it.
that's bad there.
And whoever I talked to, and my husband knew the officer, and he ended up calling, he goes, I'm not sure if it's a highway department or the state department. Well, he got it fixed.
what was it
Quickly.
that they did?
They ended up, the light wasn't working, whether he hit the buzzer,
Oh,
it was just not doing anything at all.
malfunctioning, yeah,
It wasn't doing
I
anything.
understand,
And
yeah.
shortly after that, that light was fixed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that seemed to me that it was probably the state. I thought he said it was the state.
Well, we can check into
Yeah.
it with Greg.
Can we get Greg next meeting, we get him to here and we
Well,
ask
if he
him
can
what to
make it, I'm
wait?
sure he'll be
Well,
here.
I know, we will ask him at
Okay.
the next
All right.
meeting and see what he says,
Yeah.
and how he says. Because he says one time, he says maybe there will be one of those solar
Solar.
light. So that's what he's, but, you know, he's gonna check into and stuff like that. I'm sure he would do something. You know, let's talk to him and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. Is
All
that-
right. Everybody all set on that subject?
Walter,
right.
everything's all set? See what happens? Yeah.
Okay, coroner's report. Kathy, would you like to read that, please? Yeah.
This page here?
Right. COA report.
Okay. July, August, September of 16. Jimmy D's has been going strong throughout the summer, but will come to a season's end September 30th. Thank you, Jim and Alice, for working, cooking, baking in the kitchen's heat, putting this event on for us every month. We really appreciate all that you've been doing.
Excuse me, can you put the mic down? I think it would probably be better for people to hear.
Okay.
Tickets are still available for the September 30th pasta lunch. We will be looking forward to your return in February, so rest up. The Common Ground Memory Cafe has had 2 meetings, July and August, and the third will have happened by the time of the COA meeting. We have advertised in many places and are hoping the word will spread to many others who may be interested in a fun time out with a loved one, family, or a friend who is dealing with memory issues. We host live music every month, games such as ping pong and board games, activities featuring grown-up coloring books, good food, and light refreshments to enjoy. We even bake some delicious cookies to welcome you. It's free, and it's about feeling happy, relieving some stress, laughing, making some friends, and having someplace to go that you don't have to worry about fitting in. This program is a free monthly event taking place on the third Thursday of the month from 4 to 6 p.m. Stop by and have a visit. You might even enjoy yourself, hang out and watch the fun happen, or perhaps participate. This program is brought to us by a grant from the Mass Councils of Aging via the Office of Elders Affairs. Beginning Computer with instructor Sharon Nelson had an overwhelming summertime response. There is a real interest in learning how to use PowerPoint, Excel, Word, Publisher, etc. Who knew? The new 6-week class started September 12th with 12 students. Please note, due to Sharon getting her old job back, she will be moving her class to early evenings Monday here at the Senior Center. Class is limited to those who are already signed up. Thank you, Sharon. We appreciate you sharing your knowledge and expertise in computers. I have an important request to make. We need someone to call our bingo ASAP so we can keep the program going. Please call the Senior Center if you are interested in calling for this small, friendly group. WBZ radio host Mel Simons will be here September 26th after lunch at 12:15. Free, thanks to a gift from the Dudley P&A. Sing and laugh along with Mel Simons. Field trip to Tower Hill Botanical Gardens is Tuesday, September 27th, 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Free admission, thanks to the Tuss Health. Lunch, snacks can be purchased on your own at the Twigs Cafe. Round-trip elder bus transportation is $5. Chair yoga is still on Mondays and Fridays, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. with Joanne Liberty, HHP, $2 a class. Salvation Army is looking for kettlebell ringers. If you can spare any time between November 14th through December, please call the Senior Center and I will be in touch with the coordinator of this highly important program which raises money that stays in our local communities. Ringers are needed at the Price Chopper and Park & Shop. If you are someone who wants to volunteer but can't stand for a prolonged time, they can have a chair ready for you. Please consider volunteering. They really need volunteers to man the kettles. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Question, Paul's quitting? Following bingo?
No,
Oh.
no, it's not gonna quit. You know, if somebody else that comes up, I will do it.
Gotta
gonna-
call the bingo first.
So Paul, he's sick,
I know he's
very
sick.
sick.
I know he's very sick. I know what's the matter with him.
I
Yeah, I
know.
do
But he enjoys coming. He said it gets him out of the house
Yeah,
and it makes him feel better.
So he'll still be doing it?
Huh?
He was still doing it?
Yeah, he's still doing
Okay.
it.
He's still doing
Still
it? I
doing
thought I
it.
heard, you know.
Now, what about the priest?
Did you check on that?
The priest, no, I tell you the truth, I didn't, because you know what, the second time when I did ask, you know, that they had a tag sale or stuff like that, I thought he was gonna come back and, you know, but you know what, I'm gonna do, right after I leave here, I'm gonna go to his house and see what's going on.
Because the two girls that were running it don't want no part of it anymore.
No,
They don't want to come back.
all right.
They've had it.
Well, I'm gonna do it because you know what,
Pauline and Evelyn. I'm not gonna say her
But
last name. They're
B,
twins.
remember, that's that kind of game, you need a couple of people because you didn't know what to call with that machine. It's not like you're just calling
I
the ball.
understand that. I know.
You
I've
gotta
been
be a
to-
little bit, we gotta have a class, you know, to try and
I
to.
know. I've been to big
But I will,
bingos.
when I get out of here, I will stop. I stop to his house and I will ask it again. And, but I don't think they're gonna have it anymore. You know, the way it looks, because he told me 1 year. He says, call me in 1 year, and this is about a little over a year now, you know. So I'm gonna stop right now and ask it again. If not,
Still in pain?
but listen, if a Paul, you know, when a Paul something happens, because Paul, you know,
Yeah, we need
in
somebody.
church, you know, you was in charge of the ushers and all that. He give me the job over there now, so I do that, and I like him. He's a very good guy, you know. So if this is not gonna stop, somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I will do it if nobody else is gonna do it. Okay. So let's see what happens.
Okay, other business.
Excuse me, Alice.
We
do
have
you
to vote
wanna-
on that?
Do you want to accept the
We have to do that
coordinated-
on the COA report? Okay. Was someone make a motion to accept the coordinator's report as read?
I make a motion to accept it the way it was read.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Second, somebody
I
second.
second.
Okay, other business coming, I have a few notes from,
It's a good thing we got you there scoring over there.
I have a few notes from Margaret. Coming October 14, 12:30 to 1, conversations about dementia with Julie McMurray, Alzheimer's Association, free. In the flu clinic here on October 18th, from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. by Harrington Health. Oktoberfest lunch, October 28th at noon. Come join us for an authentic German Austrian menu catered. Tickets available soon at $5 each. And the ongoing schedule is Monday, chair yoga from 10:30 to 11:30. Lunch is served at 11:30. Please call the senior center 48 hours in advance to reserve your meal. A $3 donation is suggested. And on Tuesday at 1 p.m., 13-card pitch and Dudley Senior Women's Needleworkers. Newcomers welcome. And on Wednesday at 1 p.m., Dudley Senior Women's Needleworkers. And on Thursday at 1 p.m., cribbage players. Friday, Aging Backwards at 9 to 9:30. Chair yoga, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Tri-Valley lunch is at 11:30 a.m., followed by bingo. Please note, on days we have Jimmy D's Italian lunch, the last Friday of the month, we will not be playing bingo. Okay, is there any other business?
Well, you gotta read it to say they accepted the minutes you read.
Not on that.
No?
We don't have
You
to do it on that.
No?
Madam
Okay.
Chairman, I'd just like to reiterate once again what everybody knows, okay? The job of the committee is to advance the senior people, and I think the projects that were notable this past year were the doors, which, if you notice, they're labeled as handicap doors, so they're not specifically designed for everybody, but everybody will use them, but they're noted as handicap. The use of an additional parking space in the parking lot out there next to the door was another thing, and the third item was the dog licenses, which will be waived for people over 70 starting January 1st,
Right,
2017.
Right.
These are the kinds of things that I think we need to keep in mind in terms of the goals. And it's not easy to come up with things as to how we can advance the needs of the senior people, but, you know, we got to keep in mind that they are the biggest single population explosion, if you will, that's going on in this country. And there are going to be more and more of us, you know, as time goes by, and it will be a major portion of the United States population at some point in time. So the only thing I can think of is we got to keep our eyes and ears open relative to the needs of the senior people and what they might be interested in, because that's what we want to do. We want to advance their needs, whatever they might be. So keep an ear open, if you will, everybody, you know, and see what people are interested in. It's not always big things, but, you know, I'm sure there are things that if you listen hard enough, then maybe we can come up with some things, like the things that we've done this past year. I think they're notable. I don't think
It was a
we've
very
had that kind of
productive year.
activity before.
That was good.
Right. Okay.
I like to imagine something, you know, about the senior, you know, like in the summertime. I think we should find some kind of committee or some kind of people to go around when it's really, really hot, you know, go around a little bit in the neighborhood to somebody be in charge to see the elderly people, they're okay, because sometimes, you know, they don't have no air conditioner, they don't have stuff like that. I think maybe we should start doing that, go to the door and they ask them if they need anything when it's a real, you know. Me, I can still do that, even so I am an older fellow, but I have a little more.
Police have that program now.
Huh?
The police have that program. You
I know the
register with
program, but
police.
we should have one too. We should, at least in the neighborhood ourselves, near where we are,
Yeah.
to check on people, because you hear the radio say, please check on your neighbors, check on, and you know, that one is real hot. I think we should make a program, we should have, I don't know, 2 or 3 people, 4 people, whatever it is, to, when it comes time like that, when it's really, really bad, like gets it like in the 90s or over, for us to trying to, you know, I think it's very good, because sometimes they need the water, sometimes they can't get out, sometimes they got no car, they got, you know, maybe we should start to do something like that. What do you think, Walter?
Jim, would it be difficult to find out who these people are?
No, I know.
You know, that's the difficult part. You
know.
just can't go knocking on every door. I mean,
know.
I try and keep
I
an
mean,
eye
the
on
ones that
them.
we know, if we know certain
Oh, yeah.
people, you know, because.
Individuals, I think we all, I mean, I watch out for people on my
Yeah,
street,
well, we
whoever
do.
they are,
Yeah.
you know?
Doing the senior, and we do what we are too, but I think it'd be very nice to put a telephone out that the COA, we'd be welcome to, if somebody needs water or something, they got no car, or whatever, the air conditioner broke down or something, that we will like to pick them up and bring them down to the senior center here, because we got air conditioning here, we bring the water, stuff like that. Because some people, you know, when they, you know, like me, I won't ask anything, see? Because sometimes you need the help, and you don't, because you don't hear it from somebody. But I think once you hear something, somebody who wanted to help you, I think maybe they will call
They
and
will
say,
accept
please,
it.
I need some water, I don't have no car, I can't get out, you know.
See, the difficult part is the communication, Jim, okay? I've thought about that kind of thing before, not that particular idea, but in reaching people out there in some manner and getting their input as to what their needs are. I mean, as we talked earlier, there are people in need out there, but try and identify them. Now, one of the problems is this board meeting here, it's televised, but how many people watch it? How many
don't
people
know.
know how to watch it? Very
don't-
difficult to determine that. And I don't think a lot of people are reached by TV because they don't know how to work the system, so to speak. They don't see this. A few do, okay, but how do you reach more of those people? You know, I once received a communication, I guess it might have been one of the computer magazines, of, you know, a way to poll people, and you'd get results from those people in some manner on a small scale, but at least you were targeting specific people. But communication is the most difficult part, Jim, trying to find out who they are. Locally, you know who your neighbors are and who you might help in some small manner. But outside of that small circle, and it's a small circle, we're just but a few people. How do you get more people involved? You've got the police involved to some extent, okay? They
Yeah,
have a
well,
list of some certain people
right,
to check
right.
on. But there are people that need some help out there.
But a lot of people are too proud themselves to ask for help, and
Well,
that's
and
the
that's
problem,
true,
you know?
and that's true.
And maybe we should bring that up, but don't be that way. We know, we understand. Because you think, you know, it's like me, when I was in Italy in the war, stuff like that, that was tough, hard, you know? So don't be ashamed, you know? I mean, you know, to do something to
You know, I
help
think
somebody
some of
else.
these outreach programs
Yeah,
that are going
yeah.
on now with the senior center, if there was a way to connect these people with the senior center, at
Right,
least to
right.
identify what the need is and where it is. But how do you get that communication going? Very
Don't know.
difficult.
Well, at
I
least-
don't know. Maybe we should
excuse
go
me.
house to house, maybe?
At least right now, it's being televised for those who do watch. And it can get to their neighbors, or, you know,
Right,
it's
that's
one
it,
way of
yeah.
communicating,
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
Okay. All right, the next meeting of the Council on Aging will be on Tuesday, October 18, 2016, at 3:30 p.m. in the Dudley Municipal Complex, Veterans Memorial Hospital, room 321A. Will someone make a motion
I
to
make a motion
adjourn the
to
meeting?
adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Second.
Okay, the meeting adjourned
That's
at
it.
4:04 p.m.